Swati Popar, the dignitaries of the dais, all the beloved students who have just earned their diplomas, certificates, and some of you, I congratulate all of you for this great success. I am very happy to be here with you, and I thank Dr. Swati for this invitation, because it's a rare chance to meet those who are working in the pre-primary, primary school at this age now. Because I am working in higher education for the last so many years. In between I went to NCRT, it was school education, yes, but still I was working in teacher training. So it's hardly an opportunity to meet teachers like you who will be working with the kids, with the lovely children who are constantly learning something, exploring their environment, finding out something, making meaning, and it's a very noble profession that we help them to learn. Because I strongly believe that learning is innate. You don't have to teach anyone to learn. On the contrary, our school system stops them from learning, but only collecting information and putting them into their heads. I'm very happy because Dr. Swati sent me all the material on your courses, various courses, and I congratulate you, madam, for taking this initiative to make this program an awareness program of various issues related to early childhood care. Especially I like that the program in disability. I feel it's a great service we would be doing by understanding children if they are having learning disability, if they are having difficulties. Instead of throwing them out of our class, here you learn how to bring them into the class and help them to learn along with all other children, because in society they have to live with everyone. We don't have a separate society for those who are having learning disabilities. But even without learning disabilities, children, I told you that I have got so much work with children of this age. But I remember for one class, when I was working in one of the schools, they asked me to go to primary class, grade 3. I was always teaching 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard students. Their psychology, their pedagogy is altogether different as compared to grade 3 and grade 2. They all came near me, they started raising my hair, they started raising my sari. I was not used to this, because 8th standard students, 9th standard students don't come so close to you. They keep a safe distance from the teacher. We try to go near them. These kids, everybody wanted to tell me, because it was the first day of their school, they wanted to tell me how they enjoyed their vacation. And I really had a tough time. I was working when I was doing my PhD, I wanted to do work with the tribal students. So I left Mumbai and I went to Sangamner. I was teaching in a college and our principal thought of starting a KG class by then Lapodil. So there was no one who could speak English. So he said, could you just engage that class for some days till we get a teacher? So I was engaging that class and I was also teaching BA students, MA students. So that year, I won't say whole year, but at least 3-4 months, I was teaching from KG to PG. In 2009, UNESCO invited me as a country representative for Teachers' Day. We celebrate our Teachers' Day on 5th of September, but UNESCO celebrates World Teacher Day on 5th October. So, they wanted me to share my experience as a teacher. The title of my speech I kept purposely that every child needs a teacher, loving and committed. I see that commitment developed in you by this course. The course content, the methodology, the strategy, the instructional strategy, the evaluation give you a sense of pride, to give you a sense of commitment that we owe it to these future citizens of our country. And that's why I congratulate you for selecting this profession and also selecting this organization. We all know that intellectually we are developed, and we also respect intellectual development, and we also give that IQ. But now, as you all know, IQ is not so important as compared to EQ, emotional quotient. How you are developed emotionally, and all these development takes place in the early years. And that's why I always say we should have highly paid, highly educated people teaching at pre-primary, because I learned so much and I got fascinated with the research in neuropsychology, how our brain works, how our brain learns, and it's really fascinating. Now you can show what is knowledge, because they say it's dendrites. So how to create those dendrites, how to create the association, relationship among the dendrites, that is what is our role as teacher. And I would suggest all of you to read more about how brain learns. Brain learns is not only related to cognitive development, it is also related to your emotional development. First of all, I always say when I was teaching a BA, in the first week, I would give them several tests to create their profile about themselves. Because unless I know who I am, what are my potentials, how can I go and change others? I mean, that is what we proudly say, we change lives of others. I don't think we should go and change others' lives, but we should help them to understand their potential. See, referred to Mahatma Gandhi said, what is education? It is not putting something inside, but it is bringing out the potential, the abilities which the learner has. I think by reading, by learning, by discussing, you have some of you have also gone through online course. Now the new ICTs, information and communication technology, would help you to be a citizen of the world. Your madam is a very, committed, at the same time, very engaging person, constantly thinking about how to make this course of the world quality. I liked that Kotoja, when I was teaching at BA, MA, Master of Education Technology, my first request to my student would be to read that Kotoja book. Every teacher must read, and I used to tell them, give them a list of 40 books. So one of the book was Kotoja, and everybody should read that, and it really, we should reflect. Am I being a teacher of like that principal, or am I being a teacher like others? So try to bring those qualities in us. And I congratulate you for that. So bringing that Kotoja into these many good things I found in your course, and I would certainly like to get associated with it, because now I would request not to stop here. We have already started learning about children. John Post has written 2 very good books, I don't know whether you have referred to them, How Children Learn and Why Children Fail. So, if we describe how children learn wonderfully with the day-to-day experiences and very revealing, very revealing. I would also suggest, if you get a chance, to visit the Adivasi areas where Grama Mangal has started their diploma course. It's a 1-year course, yes, but totally built on constructivist approach. Among those teachers, it's a multi-class. So the teacher has to look after 4 classes in the villages. So pre-primary to grade 4. So how does she really give a lot of activities to each student, to pair of students, to a group of students, and how she works around. It's worth studying. So you how they interact, how they train their students on helping the learners. So continue learning. My request to you, this is not the end of it. You must continue learning because lots of things come into education field. There is a joke that if a doctor, he is saying he is in coma, suddenly he wakes up after 100 years, then he will find everything new. He will say, my God, we never used to do this. If an engineer does that, he or she will also find everything new. But if a teacher does it, he or she will immediately start teaching because that's what we've been doing for 200 years. Now the whole thing has been changing. We are changing. The word teaching, training, is no more in practice. We are not going to be teachers and learners. We are going to be facilitators. We are going to help the learners to learn, to explore. So this is a totally different role, and I am sure this course has equipped you with all these new ideas. So keep them alive. Keep in touch with them because I am sure every day, every year she will bring something new. So keep in touch with the organization. Even if you are not doing your master's degree, will help you to constantly explore something new. Once again, I congratulate Dr. Swati Kamat and all of you for being with me.